Hello world, welcome back to my channel. My name's Paul. We're in Kittanning in the wheat belt near Wagen, between Wagen and Mount Barker. Look at this weather, guys. I don't think I'll be getting the drone up today, and it doesn't seem that long ago that I did the serpentine video. Remember the first hot day of summer I was complaining about the heat? Now it's cold and pouring with rain. But anyway, there's a lot to show you today. But for now, let's roll that intro. And this is where we're staying, the Katanning Jumbuck Motel. Really quite comfortable. There's the owner there hiding behind the door. I've got an appointment at 9 o'clock with the CRC Visitors Centre. So I've got to go in and get ready. Well guys, this is the Visitor Centre, or the CRC. The Visitor Centre's inside. Now they're shut on Saturday, but they were good enough to send Peter down here to meet me. He runs Carting Up tours and he'll show you around town, but why don't you tell us a bit about it, Pete?
Well, I'm a local and I do know places you can get to and so on. So if you want an hour and a half tour, we can structure that to what you want and take you to a farm if you need to, the sale yards, etc, etc. So just a quick tour around town and see what the Kitanning's all about.
Excellent guys. As usual, I'll put a link in the description so you can find Pete. But yeah, this is just incredible guys. I'm really surprised. Last time I was here was in about 1995, I think. Very, very different. And this old church was built in 1905. It's now the Historical Society Museum. Pete's been good enough to open it up for us, so we're going to go in and have a look. Pete's just told me a pretty amazing story. This is the original rotary motor that they used to have in the old Mazdas. Now this guy, the farmer here, designed this, and one of the kids, his son, took the plans to school to show his teacher for show and tell, and she took a copy of it and showed her neighbour, who happened to be Sarich, who patented it and put it in all the Mazdas. So this poor guy went to court for years and years and years trying to get something out of it, but there was no proof that it was actually his. And now we're at the farmers market. This is every third Saturday of the month. Let's go in and have a look.
Come and see us at the Katanning Farmers Markets. It's on the third Saturday of every month.
Behind me is the statue of Frederick Piesse, who's kind of the father of Katanning. In the 1880s, him and his brother were quite brilliant entrepreneurs really. They'd gone up, done things like tried mussel farming in Carnarvon and things like that, but when they arrived in Kittanning, they realised Kittanning had a big future. And you're going to hear a lot about Frederick Piesse during this video. And this is the old train station, 1889. This is a very important train station. Before rail, Kittanning, which is on Albany Highway. That way, we're a bit inland from Albany Highway here. We'll do Kittanning in another video. But that was the main town for the area on the highway. But when they put the rail from York to Albany, and if you remember I showed you in the York video, the York rail workers came from that way, the Albany rail workers came from that way, and they met right here. And then Kittanning became the most important town in the area. And what I didn't mention before when I was with Peter at the CRC, that's the CRC over there, but it's in the old Kittanning Hotel. Now the local shire, rather than let this gorgeous old building rot, they incorporated this new building into the old building, and it's all the shire offices are in the old Kittanning Hotel. Just gorgeous guys, this whole street just amazing. So when the railway came through, Frederick Piesse and his brother realised the potential of Kittanning, and in 1889 they built this flour mill, and this was a running flour mill. They owned it for quite a few years, then it changed hands a bit, but I believe it was still a running flour mill in the 70s, but if someone could correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. It was going into disrepair, and the local council ended up selling it for $1 and Dome, the coffee franchise in Western Australia, or maybe Australia, I'm not sure. They bought it for $1 and they've spent, nobody knows how much, but multiple millions of dollars doing up this place. It's all like 5-star accommodation upstairs, the Dome Cafe downstairs. Now, there's so much beautiful stuff in there, guys, but like I said, it's a running cafe. I don't want to go in and annoy everyone with the camera, but come and have a look, guys, it's amazing. And downstairs, in the little brown door there where the two girls are, when they were renovating the place, they found this cellar that is underneath that nobody knew about, and now they've turned that into the cordial bar, which is quite a very, very popular bar here. And in between the mill just here and the CRC just there is Campbell Beck's art shop. Now, he's done all this framing himself, but he's got some really famous photos here. That's the old sale yards before they were covered over. In the background there is the old Reunion. What an amazing shop. And he was just telling me that he doesn't want to do this anymore. He wants to turn this into a museum of the area. So by the time you get here, guys, this could be another museum.
We love visiting Kittanning.
So in the early 1900s, Frederick Piesse was doing so well in town. Kittanning was growing so strongly that he built Kabelia House. This was his family's home, sitting up on top of the hill looking down at the town that he had so much input into building. Yeah, so now it was after the family moved out, it was a girls' school for a long time, but now it's owned by the local Baptist church. But just gorgeous, guys, just absolutely beautiful. Now, this is the local amphitheatre, little park. It really surprised me. You'll see later on I'll have a proper conversation about this, but the way all over every town we've been to, how the whole community embraces tourism. But like I said, we'll have a discussion on that later. Look at this, guys. I don't usually promote accommodation we're not staying in, but this is the Woodchester Bed and Breakfast. Isn't this just a gorgeous old building? And next door, I'll show you that. I think that's someone's house, but I can show you a quick view in the background. Look at that, guys. Just stunning. And for all you guys that are into fitness, that's the amphitheatre across there. They've got this little fitness park here for anyone to use. And while I'm wandering around here, take this chance to thank the local Noongar people sharing this amazing country with us. And this stunning old building, gorgeous. The Federal Hotel. You can see there was a lot of money in this town back in its day. This whole street is the post office here. That would have been late 1800s. Just gorgeous, guys. And they've done such a good job of rebuilding this town. Well, renovating is a better way of putting it.
Come and visit us in Katanning.
Yeah, this is just a local factory now, but originally this was the old powerhouse. And Frederick Piesse, sorry guys, I don't remember the whole story. John was so informative this morning that there's bits of these stories that I've forgotten, but it was this generator was brought into Western Australia for something, sorry guys, and it turned out it was too small for its use. So Frederick Piesse bought the generator, bought it here to run the mill, that's just that building in there through the gap there. And because his house, Kabelia House, was up the road, he ran the power lines down the main street of Kittanning to the house so he could have power there, and so the whole town had power, and Kittanning was electrified before Perth. And this is the Pioneer Park. This plot's the Pioneer Memorial. Got the family heritage rose garden just here, and the Pioneer Wall here. They really have put a lot of effort into tourism here. Look at this, just gorgeous. Okay guys, where we are now, this is something Kittanning's really proud of. This is the all ages play park, and there's all these slides and roundabouts, and it's an all ages play park, but I can't film it properly, guys, because there's kids everywhere. You know I don't like filming kids, but I'm going to go in and have a look around.
We love Kittanning!
Yeah guys, there's kids everywhere, so I couldn't even film a little bit for you, but this is well worth coming and having a look. Incredible. But right next to it is the Katanning Miniature Railway, and it's on every second and fourth Sunday of the month, and tomorrow's the third Sunday of the month, so we won't be able to see it running. But from everyone I've spoken to, this is really, they've put a lot of time and work and effort into this. And this is the local mosque. And this seemed like a good place to tell you how proudly multinational Kittanning is. There's 42 nations represented here in the population, and there's 14 places of worship, all different religions. And you've got to remember, guys, this is only a small little town. Really quite impressive.
If you come to Kittanning, you can see local castles like this, which is pretty incredible. This was by Frederick Piesse, and
The more I learn about Frederick Piesse, the more impressed I am. He built this as a winery back in the 1890s, early 1900s, and after that it was a butter factory. Now it's just been left in neglect, but it is for sale, and I'm pretty sure it'll end up like the old mill. Someone will buy it and spend a lot of money doing it up. And tucked away off the main streets is the local war memorial.
I love living in Kittanning.
Now Peter offered to bring me in here and let me in so I could see this properly. I said no, I can just see it from outside, I don't need to get in. I didn't realise it'd be this far away, the fences. This is the biggest undercover sale yard in the southern hemisphere, so there's tens of thousands of sheep get sold here. I'm imagining, look at the size of this. Guys, this is Lake Juliamartup, or Juliamartup. Please let me know in the comments how I've pronounced it wrong. Now the wind's coming straight from there, guys, so I'm going to have to turn around, but this is about 15 k's out, and this is a boat ramp that I'm on here, so obviously you can get boats in there. And I'm told that this was just let go for many, many years, and over the last couple of years the local farmers have put tons and tons of mud out of here. And last year, because last year was one of the wettest years we've had on record, last year was the first year there's actually been full of water. But look guys, just beautiful, even with no sun, these clouds. But I can't help the weather, guys, I can't help the weather. Guys, if you do come and visit any of these beautiful places, please take your rubbish with you. And about 15-20 minutes south of Kittanning is the Horsepower Highway. This is a great example of the community pulling together to promote tourism. It's a whole 75 kilometres of highway with all tractors. All the farmers have done up their old tractors and put them out the front. But I'll show you this properly when we do a Narangba up video. I just wanted to let you know how close it was to Kittanning. And another amazing weekend, guys. It's years since I've been to Kittanning. I really can't believe the amount of improvements they've done there. That old mill, that's like something you could find in the best parts of London. They've done an amazing job there, and it's out in the middle of the West Australian wheat belt. Amazing. If you haven't subscribed yet, guys, hit the Mad Dog icon up there or the subscribe button down below. You may as well hit the bell icon while you're down there. I always try and respond to your comments, so leave a comment, give me a big thumbs up, share this video everywhere you can, and we'll see you in the next one.